Good morning. Good morning from Bali. I was just sitting downstairs in my living room doing an Insta story and I got bit by 1,000 mosquitoes. I can't say that I'm gonna miss rainy season. I'm over being bit by 1,000 mosquitoes every day and being crawled on by 1,000 ants, apparently. All the bugs, all the mosquitoes, all the things are happening in Bali. My room's being cleaned right now, so I'm sitting outside. I seriously got so many mosquito bites while I was just sitting downstairs drinking my matcha, doing my IG story. So I'm putting some non-swelling magical Bali green oil on all of my bites. And then we'll get down to it. We'll get down to talking about the things. How's everyone doing? Say hi to me as you're hopping on. Hey, Luna. Ooh, so itchy. Hey, Melissa. Ooh. I guess we could share this to the business page. Bugs this morning. Lavender. Yeah, I have this Kajupu oil, which works really, really good, actually. Trying to find hello Chelsea, hello Gwen, hey everyone. I'm just gonna try to just go share this over to the business page. Yeah, it hasn't been that bad, but it has been raining a lot lately, so the bugs have gotten really, really bad the last few weeks. And I'm kind of over it. But it is what it is. I'm also like definitely having a moment where I'm like, I get to these places where I'm a little bit antsy for like non-third world living, and I'm in one of those now, but I'm going to London at the beginning of next month, so I'll be good. I just need to calm my tits. So I'm gonna be in London and I'll be fine. I'll be just fine. Okay, I shared this to the business page. We're ready to go. Where are all the people? There's only 14 people on here. Yeah, I have that TerraShield spray and it doesn't do shit. So, sorry doTERRA, but your TerraShield spray is bullshit. It doesn't help at all. I literally came with bottles of it because I thought I would be prepared. The Bali bugs give no F's about it. Leah Newman, how are you? I swear I never even see you anymore. I don't see you in my feed. I don't see you anywhere. Where are you? What are you doing? Where in the world are you? What's happening in your world? Yeah, TerraShield is nothing against the equator bugs. The equator bugs are like, psh, your TerraShield, that's cute. Oh no, of course I'm saying fuck. I don't know. was a momentary lapse in sanity. I'm still just trying to get through my matcha this morning, you guys. Hey, Casey, I do love you. Okay, so I did a whole audio training yesterday for my mastermind on this Mercury retrograde. Still in Newport Beach, amazing. So I figured I would come on and share some of I did a super funny post last night. I mean, funny, not funny, like it was funny, but it was also, woohoo, nice, Leah Newman got a hottie. You know, it was funny, but not funny. It was actually like all really true. And it got quite a lot of engagement. So I thought, hey, you know, maybe I'll just come on today and talk about the things. Talk about Mercury retrograde and how to not let it wreck your A. Don't let Mercury retrograde wreck your A. That's the topic of conversation today. Okay, so listen, this is just about the worst kind of Mercury retrograde for me that there is, because it is in the majority of this Mercury retrograde is in Pisces, and then it will be in Aquarius for the last little bit. But Mercury retrograde in Pisces is emotional as fuck, and I cannot handle that. So I'm not an overly emotional person. I don't like especially irrational emotions. And so that's really what this next 3 weeks is going to be all about. So get ready for inappropriate emotional outbursts, get ready for inappropriate emotional reactions, get ready for people crying at the drop of a hat, get ready for people being super frustrated all the time. So yeah, I mean, like, as far as Mercury retrograde goes, like, this one's gonna be a rough one, and but there are some really, really, really cool things about it too. So I'm gonna talk about the bad stuff first, and then we'll move into, I love it. It's been so dreamy. Well, I don't think it's started yet for you guys, has it? I guess it's officially started. It's the 18th here today. Yeah, so it's officially started. So I likened it to spending 3 weeks with a narcissist. Like, I basically was like, oh, so it's basically gonna be like universal narcissism for the next 3 weeks. Because there is going to be a tendency, I mean, you're just gonna see this, period. Like, people being aggressive, people being like not willing to take accountability for stuff that they've done. You're definitely gonna see gaslighting's definitely gonna be happening. People are gonna come off as really, really overly arrogant. It's going to appear to you that most people could give two fucks about your feelings. And I think partially it's going to be because people are just going to be so wrapped up in dealing with their own shit and their own emotions that they're just not really going to have time for you or yours. And then there's going to be a huge tendency to gossip. So I say that just because we're all guilty of it, right? We all do it. And so it's just like, now is really an opportunity to like make sure that you're not doing that. You know, like, it's because it's a time, like the universal energies, it's a time where like even doing a little bit of that could really come back and bite you in the ass. Like, it's a huge time of disillusionment, and that's another thing that kind of comes along with Pisces. It's like this overall feeling of disillusionment, because of all of the, like, it can cause really, really heavy paranoia. And because of that paranoia, you could be experiencing a fair amount of anxiety during this retrograde. So what I told my high-end mastermind clients yesterday was like, this time right now, the next 3 weeks, like, you really cannot slack off on your personal practices. Whatever it is that makes you feel calm and grounded and centered, you need to be doing that like daily over the next 3 weeks. So if that's meditation for you, if that's journaling, if that's connecting to source, like whatever it is, if that's working out, like stay on top of your nutrition. Don't eat shitty food. Don't overindulge in alcohol or sugar or caffeine. Like all of those things, you're going to be overly highly sensitive to those things right now. So really take care of yourself I suggest journaling anyway. I feel like everyone should journal every single day. If you're not journaling every single day, I don't even know what you're doing with your life. When I do my absolute best, make the most money, and things in my life are the most aligned, it's when I'm journaling every day. And I actually had slacked off for a couple of months, and I've been back in a regular journaling practice now for a couple of weeks, and it feels really, really good. So, and I'm not saying don't drink, don't have caffeine, don't have sugar. I'm just saying, like, don't overindulge, because you will pay for it, and you're gonna have feelings of paranoia. You're gonna have feelings of being anxious. And so I think the other thing just to say is, like, to be aware that everyone's sort of universally feeling these energies right now. So have kindness and compassion for others, and just recognize that, like, we're all just kind of doing the best that we can. But I will tell you this, people that have those kind of tendencies to their personality anyway, it's going to be way over the top with them. So it's going to be worse than it's ever been if you're already dealing with a narcissist, if you're already dealing with people who exhibit those traits. So it might be time to take a break from some of those people in your life, if that's the case. So that's kind of the, like, yeah. And I mean, I think, like, here's the thing. It's like, we're going to want to, like, call everyone out and point fingers and be like, you blah, 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 and this person's doing that wrong, and this person's blah, blah, blah. But it is really a time to, like, focus inward, because you're going to be highly sensitive to what's happening externally. And so you may react in a way, like, if you're going out and you're calling out people, you're going after people, you may actually react in a way that you wouldn't normally. So I think it's probably best to sort of, like, if it can be avoided, to, like, avoid doing that until after the retrograde's over. And it's like, you know, if you still feel like that then yeah, go and do the damn thing, right? But you know, I said in my post yesterday, mind your mind and mind your mouth. Like, I think that should be everyone's motto for the next 3 weeks. Mind your mind, mind your mouth, focus on you, focus inward, focus on you, stay in your lane. Like, that's, like, and I don't mean, like, I mean, like, head down, like, do you, like, don't worry about who's driving next to you, right? Like, just keep going. You keep moving forward, you keep moving forward. There is a tendency with Pisces Mercury retrograde to feel disconnected from source. So it's another reason why I think it's really important that you're being rigorously disciplined in your personal practices, especially in your connection to God, divine, source, all that is, whatever you call it, because there is a tendency to feel disconnected from source during this period of time. And so we have to be diligent in maintaining that connection. Yeah, and this would have started a couple of weeks ago, because post-shadow is 2 weeks before it happens, and then, or pre-shadow is 2 weeks before, and post-shadow is 2 weeks after. And I definitely have been feeling this for the last couple of weeks. The other thing that happened, though, that, you know, some people are going to struggle with and some people are going to really excel with, is that Mars moved into its exalted astrological sign of Capricorn yesterday. And so I have Mars in Sagittarius, so Mars is in my sun sign, and so I am, like, really fired up and, like, feeling really, really good. And I got so much done and accomplished yesterday. So that Mars and energy in Capricorn for me is really, really good. It's going to be difficult for some other people, other signs, but really, because it's in its exalted sign, like, it's in its place that it loves, that Mars energy, everyone should be getting a lot done. Everyone should feel really productive and be in a place where they're wanting to take action. The problem is that the Pisces energy may lead you to feel a little bit unmotivated. So it's like you want to take action, but nothing you're working on is really motivating you. And so that may cause a little bit of friction and a little bit of uneasiness or frustration. So for me, the beautiful parts of, you know, I think while you have this disconnection thing that happens with Pisces and Mercury retrograde, there's also the mystery, right? There's also this place of, like, discovery, and if you know, it's illusion. There's a place of illusion here, and so that can lead you to being disillusioned. But if you sink into the illusion and you really want to spend time, like, in the mystery and in the void and in the questioning of, you know, what's the meaning of life, or why am I here, like, this energy can definitely be supportive of that. I think Cancers are going to feel really overly emotional because that's just kind of their tendency and their nature. And this, like the Pisces Mercury retrograde, is going to just support more emotional. I just think it's going to be emotional. It's going to be an emotional time. So, okay. What's good about Mercury retrograde? Well, tons. Like, I actually have come to love these 3 weeks. You know, it happens 3 times a year. We get this 3-week period, which it's kind of a reset. And I've really come to love and enjoy Mercury retrograde. It used to be that I would be like, oh, I'm just not going to make any money during Mercury retrograde, so let me focus on other things during that time. And now I'm like, no, like that's ridiculous. Like, I'm not going to allow something that's happening planetarily to affect my finances or my money. And so for me, you'll always see me relaunching offers that I've previously launched, or like doing revamps, or you know, things that are like new and exciting, things that are old coming back and making them new and exciting, I guess. So I'm doing a Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game masterclass tonight, and Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game is one of my signature courses that I'm relaunching at the beginning of March. And I've done a Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game class before, and so I'm revamping that and making it new and improved, and bringing it out for the Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game masterclass. So I'm excited about that. So what happens during Mercury retrograde? What are the things that you want to focus on? Anything with a re, right? Like, the Mercury retrograde is the ruler of the re's. Revamp, revisit, renew, rejuvenate. You know, anything where you can, it's like anything where you can go back and revisit. It's a great time to get closure on things that you've left outstanding. It's just, it can be a really powerful time to like revisit your goals and reset goals and plan what the remainder of your year is going to look like. So that's what you're going to find me doing over the next 3 weeks. I'm really excited about it. I'm actually doing some rest of the year planning today, so I'm excited about that. In addition to just continuing my Ouroboros and my masterclass launches. And yeah, so I'm excited about this. I feel like you should be excited about it. I think it's good to know like what the emotional charge and the emotional responses are going to be from people around you. But then at the same time, it's like, just focus on yourself and use this period to really get clear on what your goals are, and get everything into like the best personal alignment it can be for you. So I have been definitely like working on reconnecting to God in like a much stronger way. If you've been following me for a while, you know, like I live divinely guided I'm in a constant dialogue with the divine, but I have really been getting back to my morning practice of checking in with God every morning when I wake up and every night when I go to bed, and asking, you know, what would you have me do today? And so this morning I woke up and I was laying in bed and I was having that dialogue, and the guidance came through, and I'm so excited about this because I love doing stuff like this anyway, but the guidance came through to gift one person that signs up for the Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game Masterclass, the full Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game course. So this is a 10-week course. Was my first signature course. You know, now kind of Ouroboros has become the signature course, but I launched Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game a couple times a year. It's a 10-week, it used to be a 4-week course. It's now a 10-week course because there's so much content in it. And I'm actually coming back in to do some new content this round and 2 new group calls. But it's a 10-week course valued at $1,111. And so someone that signs up for the masterclass, someone that invests in themselves and signs up for the masterclass, which is only $111, is going to win that free course. And so I'll be announcing that on the masterclass this evening. But it's at 8 p.m. Bali time. And if you can't make the live, you can definitely show up for the replay. The replay will be available indefinitely. So if you know you want to do it, but you can't join us live, then definitely still come do the thing. I'm excited about this masterclass because it's unlike any other class that I've done in the past. in that you're going to really walk away with some incredible tools that you can use in your manifestation and in your money game practice. So we're going to be deconstructing money, wealth, receiving abundance programming. Obviously, I'm going to be debuting my new emotional clearing modality called emotional resonance clearing. And we're going to be focusing on clearing the wood and metal elements this evening. And those elements are important because that's where we store the majority of our shit around money, wealth, and receiving. So we're going to be going in and individually clearing those elements for the collective on the call. And then I'm also going to be providing an exclusive money meditation tonight that has never been released anywhere else. And then I also downloaded a few days ago a new galactic money mantra. So this is a money mantra that you're going to be able to use daily for the next 40 days for increased abundance. And so I'm excited about this because I've never actually done one of these galactic money mantras. I've done tons and tons of different money mantras from deities, but this one is really, really special. So I'm excited about this, and you will be getting the money meditation and the galactic money mantra in SoundCloud files as well, so that you can listen to them. You don't have to be in Facebook to listen to them. And then for those of you that have done my money programs, either Ouroboros or Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game, you know that I always provide money healing playlists. I'm a really, really strong believer in solfeggio frequencies for shifting DNA and money and wealth consciousness. And so I have a brand new playlist that will be coming out, that will be released in this course, that is actually a money trauma healing playlist. It's at 8 p.m. Bali time tonight, so that is 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is 11 p.m. AEST. If you need help figuring out what time 8 p.m. Bali time is in your time zone, you go to thetimezoneconverter.com, and you can put in Bali and it'll tell you what time that is where you are. Again, like I really recommend, even if you have to wake up at 4 a.m, I recommend that you get up and you be on the call because the energy on the call is amazing, but you can always watch the replay. You will have to be registered by 7 p.m. tonight. This is not one that I'm leaving open for extended registration. One, because I'm giving the gift away, so I need to know who is joining the masterclass by that point. And so then, yeah, so you've got to be signed up by 7 p.m. and then this class will actually be going and then becoming part of the Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game course and part of my Ouroboros course. So it's $111, you guys. It's really a no-brainer, I feel like, especially with the opportunity to invest $111 and win a $1,000 course. My Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game course is really, really special to me because it's all the tools that I used when I first started my wealth consciousness journey. And those tools came from, 100 different places, and I've kind of compiled all the things that worked best for me into this course. And there's a little bit of emotional resonance clearing that will be a part of Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game, but it's sort of like a really amazing precursor if you haven't been able to invest at the level that my program Ouroboros requires, at the investment level that my program Ouroboros requires. Like, this is a really amazing way to get started doing this work with me. So the other thing that I really wanted to say about this, though, is that this type of work, repatterning, like we're doing wealth repatterning and reprogramming, like this work could not be, I just dropped the link in here, but did it not show up? That's weird. Yeah, I just dropped the link in this chat, but it didn't pop up. Okay, I just dropped it again. It's there, it's in the chat, but for some reason it's not showing up yet. But you can find, the link is all over the place. You can find it. You can go to my business page. It's in the bio pic, and it's here and it's on my page. But I'm so excited. Like, I'm starting my Ouroboros program this Thursday, And then this Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game course will be starting at the beginning of March. And then this masterclass starting tonight, like, this really is like Mercury Retrograde. This Mercury Retrograde, yes, tonight is $111. Tonight's masterclass is $111. So this is the perfect time to do this work, right? Because it's literally what we're doing is repatterning, right? We're repatterning, we're reprogramming, and reworking our current money stories and our current wealth stories. And so this energy, it's like really perfect for all of these courses. My money programs are so well supported during Mercury Retrograde. This is exactly what you should be doing, is going in and repatterning and reprogramming your wealth consciousness beliefs. So yeah, I'm really excited about the masterclass tonight. It'll be at least 2 hours. It may end up being 2.5 hours. We'll kind of see. And definitely you just come and you join for as much as you can. And then you can always catch the replay. You will have forever access to the content. And you will have access to it on Facebook. And then you will also be assigned you'll be able to log into my membership portal on my website, and you'll have access to the content in both places. Okay, good. So the links are showing up. They're just not showing up for me, which is kind of weird. So anyway, do you guys have any questions about the masterclass? I mean, listen, like, making $111 investment, the value of this masterclass it far exceeds $111. But getting the value of the masterclass and then also having the ability to potentially win a $1,111 full course, you're crazy if you don't take advantage of this. You know, I feel like in the world, everybody is so overextended right now. Like, and it's just not a fun place to be in. Like, aren't you tired of that? Aren't you tired of feeling overextended? Aren't you tired of feeling like you're working so hard for so little? Aren't you tired of the rat race? Like, this is the work that I do. This is why I do repatterning and reprogramming of wealth consciousness and wealth stories, because life doesn't have to be like that. You actually get to find freedom. You get to find economic freedom, and you get to leave behind that being in that place of overextension and being in that place of like always constantly having to fight to find the resources that you need to live the life that you want to live. And you know, and I think it's an overall theme regardless of how much money you're making. It's like, you know, I know that there are coaches that are out there that are having 10K and 20K months, or people that are out there that are making really good salaried money and they still feel overextended. That feeling of overextension, it doesn't come from the amount of money that you have. That's your programming, that's your consciousness, and that's really what I want to help you work on. So that's what we're doing. So I would love for you to join me and start to learn a different way of being. Let me help you, let me guide you, let me show you the things that have worked for me and hundreds of my clients. So join me in the masterclass tonight. I'd really, really love to see you all there. Have an amazing day, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world as you are watching this live stream or you're watching the replay. And please remember, it is your divine birthright to be wealthy. That is actually who you are meant to be and what you were meant to receive as a being on this planet. And I think that's it. So, have a blessed day.